All right, so this is my first 3 mark video in the Cold War era. I have to say, I mean, I love the patent. I've pointed it out in the past. I love the M48A5PI in Cold War. It's another patent. Always gonna love them. It's very powerful, but I wouldn't call it overpowered. The benefit you have when this thing's fully upgraded is it, in my opinion, has the best cannon in Era 1. It's not super fast though, and the armor's super effective in the turret, but you're gonna get penned most of the time unless you get lucky because of that rounded front. But it just works so well, and this was just like the most fun I ever had 3 marking a tank. It's just a great tank. So the bar was pretty high, higher than I expected. It was around 53 or 5400 damage. I think it's still pretty high. So it was by no means an easy 3 mark. Definitely had to consistently put out very large amounts of damage for Era 1. And it has the capability to do more. I mean, I think I almost hit 10,000 once. Just couldn't quite crack it. But anyway, so this is not my favorite map in Cold War. In fact, I'd say that out of all the new maps, I have the most problems with this one. It's not that all of it's bad, it's just, I don't know, you get that middle city and you get all gummed up, and I don't like corridor maps, but this is a little bit too crowded. I actually really like battling over on the hill. What I'm doing is a little bit risky because I don't have a ton of support, and everybody knows to go to the hill now, so if you don't have your whole team there, you really have to be careful. This is a little earlier on, this is a couple weeks ago. I feel like the hill wasn't quite as popular yet for the red spawn. I'm going to play it a little careful. I'm going to use this hill. Sometimes you can get some shots down that path. I didn't hit anything. This is accurate, but it is not perfect. I mean, once you get into Era 2, and I believe Era 3, the accuracy just goes through the roof. But yeah, it's not derpy, but you can miss longer ranges. Some shells will just fly off. So try and stick to medium engagement if you're really trying to harvest a lot. And then here we go. So this guy comes over. I see I have a pretty good chunk of my team. I don't want to get too aggressive. The M47 does have that hard-hitting gun, so you can be a little bit cautious. Here's where you see that this thing is kind of slow. When you are going up a hill, for instance, even with a top engine, it slows down quite a bit. I still like our odds here, unless there's something unspotted that I don't know about. The reticle was clearly not represented where the gun was aiming according to the server there you saw, but, you know, I'm in a safe area, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to take this out so I can see him at least. T-44A is a surprisingly good tank stock, but I can definitely pen its turret, so I'm going to start shooting inside. Alpha's pretty good for Era 1 in this tank as well, and the reload when you have all the equipment and everything else, 6.7 is pretty good. You get that down to about 6.5 if you use your food boost. Or, no, actually I am using my food boost. Scratch that. It's like 6.8, 6.9, and then you get down to 6.7 food boost. I know it's like a 0.2 second reduction. So this is going to go forward for him. Those guys are, you know, they're in a good position. It's just I'm here, so I'm going to harvest as much as I can. I know I need to get a lot of damage to get this 3 mark, so I'm a little risky. I'll take a shot. He manages to pen, but I'm going to back up, use my gun depression, use his side of his turret. Now these guys are pretty screwed. You see him healing. Honestly, don't bother with that healing crap. Just use premium repair, premium first aid, and premium food. The food is a no-brainer because you get passive boost all the time, and then once a minute you can do a premium boost, and it doesn't cost you anymore. You can use the boost 10 times if you had enough time. And the other premium tanks, you know, you get a consumables, you get a passive bonus, and you can reuse them. And they only cost 30,000. They reduce the price for them. So smoke and healing, it's just like I think it's like a fool's errand. I really think that the old standard of large repair, large first aid, and food is superior. So just a little rant there. It works very well in Cold War. So now usually you'll see a couple people up on this. I guess not bridge, the highway. And then I'll bounce because the T-54 actually does have a bit of a turret. I'm gonna see if I can get one more shot in on him. No, doesn't work out, so I'm gonna play off to the left. 3,000 damage, not great, but there's somebody that hopefully can be harvested a bit. They are in a M48 though, so I'm gonna have to be careful. The gun can, you know, pen my hold pretty much, even just auto aim, so don't want to take it for granted. So we'll see where he is. I get lucky here because he can't see me, but I could see him, so that was like a free shot. The team's winning. We're actually doing really well, so I need to hurry up because this is not a 3-mark game at this point. Like I said, that I'm gonna have to be around 5,000, 5,400, and I'm running out of targets. So this guy is gonna continue to pick away at him. I think this is pretty much it. He's you can't back up fast enough. He just can't get away. It's of no fault of his own. Now I gotta find that other guy. Looks like he's down there. I find tank hiding in back. Okay, so just gonna harvest him as well. I don't know if he was AFK. It's possible. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that go AFK in this mode compared to World War II. It's kind of like, why bother playing? You can get reported now, and I will tell you that wargaming they do actually take punitive action, so I mean, I don't recommend it. So I think I can get a kill in. It's always nice to do that. There we go. 4,600 and 1,000 assisted. Probably good enough to increase my MOE, but I don't know if it's enough. I forget exactly where I was before this. I think I needed a 0.3 or something. So I know I got to do about 7,000 actually. So I'm going to move in. I'm going to try and get to this little brawl that's going on. Now, 50 isn't slow. It's not really fast either. You'll see whenever I release my object 165 3-mark, that thing's a lot quicker. I mean, that's kind of its thing, right? Like high DPM, speed, but the gun's a little more inaccurate, etc. Please stop capping, everybody. Like, don't play the game. It's World of Parking Lots. It's more fun to shoot things. So I have 46 seconds to get there. I'm gonna see what I can do. Luckily, we have some targets. Miss. It's unfortunate. I did RBRT though, so this guy though, I should be able to get some shots, but I don't because, like I said, accurate gun, but not perfect. Yep, just couldn't reload fast enough by about 1/10 of a second. So again, I know I'm close to the 3-mark, so I'm like, oh man, 15 seconds left. Can I get 2 shots in? I feel like I really need 2 shots. And then somebody leaves the cap, so I want to thank whoever that was, because it's a perfect example. When you do stuff like capping, you kind of screw your team over. I think I was able to 3-mark because that person left the caps. Thanks. Run into them and somebody else kills them, and it's fantastic. So, I mean, that was kind of, we really wiped them out. We hit them really hard early on. And I don't have a 3D commander because I refuse, except for Culver Commander because he's hilarious. But yeah, so, you know, 5,500 and another 1,100 assisted, that definitely put me over the edge. It was a good round. That object did really well too. I think patents look really good with 3 stars on them. So, I mean, this is a fun grind. I mean, the M47's kind of crappy until you get it upgraded, but it's honestly Era 1. The grinds are painless. Give it a shot. If you haven't 3-marked the tank, Era 1's a good place to do it because there's a lot of balance. I know they're introducing the new lights, and I've played the Chaffee 1 round. It was hilarious. Did 3k damage. I haven't really gotten into it too much yet, so maybe I'll do something about those as well at some point, since that's a new tech tree line. But yeah, this is one of my favorite tanks, and I hope you all enjoy it too. So give it a shot. I think that anybody's capable of 1-marking it, and just keep pushing it, and it'll help you improve. Bye.